Get close, everybody, because they will continue on with a game called Kimi to Kanojo no LILYVAGANZA. Where were we? Yeah, sure. Even if she's not alive, if living a peaceful daily life as she wishes can lead to a solution, that's fine. That's what I thought. By the way, tell me, did something happen with Mitsuki yesterday? Kyoko asked something like that. Nothing in particular. That's strange. Mitsuki said she saw you yesterday evening. She said she saw you in a park near her house after club activities, shaking a baby's rattle and smiling at her. She thought it was strange because she had never run into you near her house before. I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't there. Hey, Kyoko, what are you talking about? Feeling an unpleasant premonition, I asked in a high-pitched voice. I don't really know either, but that's what I heard. Mitsuki sent a message to our group chat around yesterday evening. Oh, it's Bocchi. Mizuno Mitsuki, a classmate. She was just a classmate, not particularly close, but as a class president, I had some interactions with her. I'm back, don't forget to switch boys. Honestly, I didn't have a good impression of her. You know, first year she had been bullying Itomi behind her back. No way. A chill ran down my spine. I looked at Itomi, but she showed no sign of change. Pretending to chat casually, I continued the conversation. So, do you know where Mitsuki is? I haven't seen her. Kyoko and Mitsuki seemed to be somewhat close. Kyoko had a bright personality and was well liked in the class, so she had a wide circle of friends. She knew things I didn't. Well, she hasn't been in contact today. She hasn't come yet. I was a bit busy yesterday, so I couldn't reply right away. Maybe she's mad about that. Why isn't she responding? She hasn't even read my messages. I see. My bad feeling grew stronger. I remembered the dream. In the dream, that child had a scorpion-shaped heart mark on her hand. I wanted to ask about it, but Itomi right next to me, I hesitated. Itomi next to me still looked emotionless. And then... Hey, has Mitsuki arrived? Looking towards the voice, I saw two familiar girls. Oh, it's them again. What's that name? Nao-san and Haruka-san. I asked Nao and Otonashi Haruka. They were close friends with Mizuno Mitsuki since their first year, but after moving up to the third year, they ended up in different classes. No, I haven't seen her today. I see, thanks. Hey, Nanao-chan, maybe... Not now, let's go. Saying that, they left the classroom. For a moment, Nao and I made eye contact. After looking at me, she gave a suspicious look at Itomi beside me. And then the bell rang, signaling the start of homeroom. Mizuno Mitsuki never appeared in class. Ew. Ugh. Creepy. Well, at least there's no sudden jump scare. Gotta go, weird face again. Please, let this bad feeling be wrong. After school, I hurried to Mizuno Mitsuki house. Fortunately, I was able to take the homeroom printouts from the teacher, and as the class president, I had a reason to go to her house. Not only did I get her address, but since it was a test from the teacher, Itomi didn't insist on coming with me. Instead, she asked me to call at night. Using a map app to find Mizuno Mitsuki's address, I headed to my destination. When I arrived at the detached house, there was a familiar girl at the entrance. Oh, it's her. Her long blonde hair gleamed in the sunlight, and from between her long hair, her beautiful gem-like heterochromatic eyes peeked out. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, they have different colored eyes. Nanao-san? When I called out, she looked at me. She widened her eyes when she saw me. Uh-oh. Ichika, wake up! Hitomi is in danger! Ichika? Now was surprisingly startled. It's rare to see you here. What's up? Oh, are you here for Mitsuki? Yeah, the teacher asked me to bring her some printouts. Wow, you're still the class president, huh? Well, of course she is. And now, son, are you here to visit Mitsuki-san? And now made a displeased face for some reason. Stop with the formalities, Ichika. We've been friends since the first year. Not understanding why she was upset, I now combed her long hair. Kyoko mentioned that I now worked as a reader model, and her presence seemed fitting. All right, Nanao. Yeah, actually, Matsuki hasn't been in contact since last night. Yeah, Kyoko told me something about that. While we were talking, Nanao rang the doorbell several times, but there was no response. The curtains in the living room were closed, so we couldn't see inside. She's not answering. What's going on, Matsuki? We now grabbed the doorknob and pulled. Huh? The front door opened. Nanao seemed surprised that it actually opened and looked at me in bewilderment. The hallway light was on. Looking at the entrance, there were 3 pairs of shoes for the family. These are Matsuki's shoes. She must be here. Hey, Matsuki. Nanao called out towards the house, but there was no response from inside. Even though the lights were on and the shoes were there were no signs of life or any sounds. By this time, both Nanao and I had noticed something was off. Hey, Ichika, should we go in? Yeah, let's. We entered the house together. What? Oh, come on, dude, don't do this to me. I can't read this. Whoa, the hell. Soon as I saw the living room and now screamed. This part is so scary that the language changed by itself. Undecipherable language. I wanted to scream too, but I was too shocked to make a sound. There were no people. But horrifyingly, the living room was covered in a massive amount of blood. Danganronpa blood. Now I was paralyzed with fear. I felt the same terror. But I also remembered something else. This layout, this furniture arrangement. I recalled the dream I had seen. In the dream, that child had stabbed 2 middle-aged men and women in an unfamiliar living room. Bloodstains were scattered all around. The scene I was seeing now matched the dream perfectly. And when the child looked at her hand, there was a scorpion-shaped heart mark on their palm. After that, the child ended their own life with a knife. That child was Mizuno Matsuki. Realizing this, I fainted. Get away, mosquito. Don't block the laptop monitor screen. When I came to, Nanao was looking down at my face. Ichika, are you awake? Nanao, call the police. My head felt foggy. Call the police! When I looked around after waking up, I was still in Matsuki's house, lying on the wooden deck in the yard. I called the police! You don't remember fainting? Oh, I remembered collapsing after witnessing the blood-soaked living room. Sorry, It's fine, if you hadn't fainted, I would have. How long was I out? Not long, maybe about 15 minutes. Hey, did you call the police yet? Yeah. No, I haven't. Call the police! Why not? There's so much blood. Actually, that blood, it wasn't blood. Huh? I was bewildered. At first I thought it was blood too, but it didn't smell like blood. I think it's some kind of red jam or sauce used in sweets. No, wait, that can't be true. I decided to check again and re-entered Matsuki's living room. So now you're not gonna faint? The living room was still stained red, as if it had been drenched in blood. I stared at the dark liquid and decided to touch it with my finger. Dude, you're leaving evidence that you were the one who did this. It didn't feel like blood, it was sticky, like it contained sugar. Smelling it, it had a sweet and sour scent. It was like blackberry sauce or rose hip jam? Okay. It really isn't blood. See, I told you. But it's strange to have so much sauce spilled everywhere. Oh, and is there no one in the house? No one. I checked the upstairs in Matsuki's room, but no one was there. It was an incomprehensible situation. But I definitely saw it. The scene in my dream. Sorry, I have to go meet Haruka. I'm worried about Matsuki, but I have to go. Yeah. What about you? Are you going to tell the teacher? Yeah, I'll talk to the teacher tomorrow. I hesitated for a moment, but agreed. Nanao and I left the house. Wonder where they go. Where'd Matsuki family go? I'm leaving now. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. I remembered something. Now, I want to ask you something. Did Matsuki mention any marks on her body? Marks? Oh, she did say something about a strange black mark on her palm yesterday evening. She said it disappeared quickly, so she thought it was just her imagination. I see. The mark on her palm. Do you know something, Ichika? No, it's just that Kyoko mentioned it this morning. I see. Satisfied with my explanation, Nanao didn't press further and hurriedly left. After Nanao disappeared from sight, I felt an inexplicable chill run down my spine. The dream I had seen from Matsuki's perspective, if it really happened, is this a terrifying phenomenon caused by Hitomi who became a demon? No, it can't be. That's impossible. I shook my head to dispel the terrifying thoughts. Jump scare. No jump scare? Cool. You can listen to a wonderful death cry. Would you like to listen? Hell yeah. Who wouldn't want to listen to that? I wonder who this one is. The other friend? Cold death cry, but whose was it? It's cold. It's pitch dark around and I can't see anything. The back of my head feels like it's splitting open. No, it's beyond pain, and I felt like I was moments away from dying. I don't know why I felt that way, but my whole body felt like a shattered statue. Yeah. I thought it said state. Someone appeared in front of me, desperately calling out to me. Who is it? Oh shit. Haruka. What, no voice acting here? Alright. No, why did you jump? You should have jumped at the trampoline, targeted the trampoline, dude. No. Why'd you think the floor would bounce you back up? Oh, you idiot. When I woke up, it was morning. I instinctively touched the back of my head. Of course, my body wasn't injured anywhere. Could it be again? I felt an overwhelming chill again. Go to her house. Okay, we didn't go to her house. When I arrived at school, Hitomi and Kyoko were already talking. Hey, Ichika. Good morning, Ichika. Good morning. About Matsuki. My heart skipped a beat. I hadn't thought about it, but I hadn't seen Matsuki. Seems she had to go to stay with her relatives because of her parents' circumstances. What? What is that? Huh? Didn't you know, Ichika? You hadn't heard? No, I didn't know. Well, I don't know much either, but apparently that's the case. She had to leave suddenly because of her parents, right, Hitomi? Yeah, that's what she said in the group chat. I see. But after seeing the abnormal sight at Matsuki's house yesterday, I couldn't believe such a story. Of course, what I saw was just a dream. But to me, it felt like Matsuki's end was being hidden by some inexplicable force. Do you think it would explain, I don't know, the demon friend we have? I don't know. Maybe that's the explanation that we're looking for. Just saying. If Hitomi is indeed a demon, and this is the curse of the demon that Mikori mentioned, why are you still finding it hard to believe that your friend has become a demon? What's her name? Mikori ne? Yeah, Mikori even admitted that, yeah, I'm a witch. We have witch blood in our family. Yada yada. Could it really be that? Ichika, are you okay? Huh? What? You look like you're in pain. By the way, your dad and mom are away for work, right? Are you lonely being alone at home? Well, yeah. My house is pretty big, so I feel lonely being there alone. I see. But it's okay, you won't be lonely, Ichika. I'll be with you. Tadehara. Huh? Return to the voice. It was Ayase Nanao. Nanao was staring at Hitomi with intense look. You did it, didn't you? Did what? It was you, Matsuki and Haruka. You did it. Am I next? Are you planning to take my life too? Tadehara, you. Now half-crazed lunged at Hitomi. Wait, Nanao. Nanao, stop it. Kyoko and I held Nanao back as she lunged at Hitomi. Matsuki and Haruka saw it. They saw you following them. You're still holding a grudge from what happened before, aren't you? I won't let you take my life too. I will never. Now, what are you talking about? Matsuki just went to her relative's house, right? No, it's not that. It's all because of her. And now, stop it. Ichika, even you always protecting Hitomi. Nanao. I whispered to Nanao as I held her back from Hitomi. I'll help you. I'll message you later, so please hold on for now. Nanao stared at me with intense eyes for a while, then left the scene. What happened to Nanao all of a sudden? Tell me, don't let it bother you. Yeah, I'm fine. That's not a good look. Oh, my head hurts. God damn it. I told the teacher I had an errand and came to the church alone. After waiting for a while, the church door opened. Ichika? Yeah, and now came. Sorry for calling you out. That's fine, but what's this about? About what we talked about earlier. Because of what happened yesterday, I believe you now. The abnormal sight I saw at Mizuno Matsuki's house yesterday. Because we share that, I feel we understand each other. So please explain what happened to Matsuki and Haruka. Okay, I'll tell you. He now began to explain what happened to Matsuki, Haruka, and herself. According to Nanao, this is what happened. Explain away. First, Mizuno Matsuki. The day before yesterday evening, she saw Hitomi in a park near her house after club activities. Hitomi was looking at her while shaking a baby rattle and smiling. This matches what Kyoko said. And another thing, a strange black mark appeared on her hand. It was a scorpion-shaped heart mark. When Matsuki answered Nanao's call, she seemed very confused. But during the call, the mark on her hand suddenly disappeared. So they concluded it was just her imagination and the call ended. Since that night, Matsuki hasn't been in contact, leading to the incident at her house yesterday. Next, Otonashi Haruka. After parting ways with me at Matsuki's house, Nanao was called by Haruka. Nanao explained what happened at Matsuki's house. The house was empty with a red liquid that looked like blood smeared all over. Haruka was shocked to hear about Matsuki's situation. He said that after staying late at school for club activities yesterday, she saw Hitomi in the girls' restroom, shaking a baby rattle and smiling. She lost consciousness for a few minutes and woke up in the restroom. When she woke up, she saw a scorpion-shaped heart mark on her hand. But just like with Matsuki, the mark disappeared after a while. Knowing about Matsuki's disappearance, Haruka panicked. She begged not to be left alone, so Nanao took her to her house for the night. They stayed up watching TV together until late, but Haruka suddenly disappeared while Nanao dozed off. Nanao searched the nearby area and saw Haruka jumping from her apartment in front of her eyes. Haruka jumped from my apartment right in front of me. I recalled the nightmare I had seen today, the nightmare where my whole body was in agony, moments away from death. And now I was calling Haruka's name desperately, crying and screaming. And I saw it, a scorpion-shaped heart mark on Haruka's palm. Did you tell the police about Haruka? No, Haruka was nowhere to be found. What? It was the same as with Matsuki. I looked away for a moment and Haruka disappeared, leaving behind a red liquid. I was already panicked because of what happened to Haruka in front of me, but I couldn't understand anything. So that's why she lashed out at Hitomi this morning. I know I went overboard with Tadehara, but I feel like I'm saying crazy things. I wonder if I have some kind of brain disease. I might be losing my mind because my friends disappeared one after another. And now scratched her head and spoke self-deprecatingly, but I felt my blood run cold, my face turning pale. I believe everything Nanao said. Now, we need to do something immediately. If we don't, you'll end up like them. What are you talking about? If we don't do something, you might fall victim to Hitomi's curse and lose your life too. Huh? A curse? In my haste, I blurted out. I regretted mentioning the word curse. Nanao gave me a suspicious look. Are you saying Hitomi has some curse or power to take lives? I thought she was getting back at us for what happened in the first year, but a curse? Well, I was at a loss for words. Now I was the one panicking, unable to find the right words to explain. Seeing me flustered, Nanao looked at me suspiciously. Ichika, what do you know? You're taking this crazy story seriously and talking about curses. Do you know something about what happened to Mitsuki and Haruka? That is, do you know? Then tell me. I won't forgive you if you know something and hide it. Nanao had calmed down earlier but was getting agitated again. She wouldn't back down until she heard something convincing. If she lashed out at Hitomi again, it could be dangerous for her. Thinking this, I decided to tell her what I knew. And she wouldn't believe us. Now listen to my story with a sullen expression, arms crossed. To summarize, Tadehara died about 10 days ago but then became a demon or some kind of evil spirit. She erased everyone's memory of her death so no one noticed. She became a demon to enjoy school life with you and behaves like a normal human around you. But if left alone, she will spread calamity, so you're researching how to save her soul. Is that right? Yeah, Mitsuki and Haruka might have fallen victim to the curse Mikori mentioned. The basis for your belief is the nightmares you've been having and the black marks on Mitsuki and Haruka's bodies. Yeah, I've been having dreams related to Hitomi since she died. And I've been seeing that mark on Hitomi's face several times. If we don't do something, you might end up with the same curse and lose your life too. I don't have any marks on my body yet. But if Mitsuki and Haruka were cursed because of Hitomi, is it because we bullied her in the past? I think so. In the first year, Nanao's group bullied Hitomi cruelly. I don't know what happened in the second year since we were in different classes, but they might have continued to torment her. I didn't know why Nanao hated Hitomi and never asked. But now the important thing is that Nanao might also be cursed by Hitomi and lose her life. Nanao crossed her arms. Can't you believe it? But Hitomi really is a demon. Please, believe me. I believe you. What? Despite myself, I was surprised by Nanao's words. Why are you surprised? It is a ridiculous story, but I wouldn't believe it if someone else said it. But I believe you, Ichigo. I know you wouldn't lie to deceive me. I've known that since the first year. And you told me for my sake, right? So I believe you. Thank goodness. I felt relieved. So what do we do now? If this story is true, we can't leave things as they are, with so many victims already. Yeah, but first we need to ensure your safety. So please, go to Mikori's office. I can't go because I need to stay close to Hitomi, but if you explain the situation to Mikori, she'll help. Ichika, is there a need to be so roundabout? Huh? Nanao said something unexpected and I was taken aback. If this story is true, Hitomi's already a demon, an evil spirit. Why should we be kind to her and save her soul? Well, that's... If she hasn't harmed anyone, it would be different, but she's already hurt my friends and their families. Why should we be kind to someone like that? What? I felt the conversation taking an unexpected turn. So, Ichika, let's take care of Hitomi together. Oh, maybe take care of is the wrong phrase. Let's defeat the demon called Tadehara Hitomi together. Wait, if Mikori's story is true, doing something forceful could make things worse. If we forcibly destroy her soul, it might bring about disaster. But you haven't actually tried it, right? You haven't seen it yourself. What disaster would happen if we defeated her? Would a meteor fall and destroy the city? Sorry, Ichika, but it seems to me you're just pampering Hitomi because she's your friend. Deep down, you care more about Hitomi than me, don't you? That was a weak point. Indeed, I still care deeply for Hitomi. But it wasn't because she was my friend. I didn't know how to explain it to her. Before I knew it, Nanao was getting closer to me. I have decided I won't lose to Tadehara. Ichika, I'll protect you too, but you're the one who's... You have a much higher chance of getting cursed, you know. Just say, what, Nanao? Nanao grabbed my hand tightly. Her eyes were wet as she looked at me. If things stay as they are, you'll be in danger too, right? Then I won't hesitate. Ichika, you... Uh-oh. Let's just save here. Let's go for Nanao. Yep. That was fast. Spicy meatball. Oh, so that's what happened. Alright, let's love Hitomi then. What are you doing? Suddenly, Hitomi's voice startled both Nanao and me. I don't know how long she had been there. Hitomi looked at us with doll-like eyes. No, her eyes were fixed on Nanao. Hitomi pulled my head away from Nanao. Hey, Nanao, what were you trying to do to Ichika? Nanao stared at Hitomi. Then she relaxed her shoulders and snorted. I was so close. Saying that, she left the scene. Wait, Nanao. I tried to stop Nanao, but Hitomi held my hand and stopped me. No. Oh. A chill ran down my spine. I might have upset Hitomi just now. But Hitomi looked down and appeared distressed, like a small lonely child pulling at her mother's clothes. Please don't go, Ichika. Hitomi. Yeah, her wish was to spend the everyday life she couldn't achieve with me. If so, there was something I could do. Hey, Hitomi, why did you stay over at my house tonight? Huh? You know, since my parents won't be home for a while, I thought it would be fun for us to hang out. Really? Can I stay over at your house? Yeah, we can cook dinner together, and oh, watching movies sounds fun too. Come on, let's have fun at my place. Tommy's face lit up. Yeah, let's play. Tommy's face brightened up. Probably this is the best solution I can come up with right now. If I stay with her as she wishes, at least for today, the curse shouldn't fall on Nanao. I was worried about what Nanao was planning to do, but she mentioned exercising an evil spirit, but just as I can't do anything, she can't either. I gave Nanao the contact for Kororogi Mikori's office. If nothing happens today, Nanao might change her mind. And then, no more sacrifices, right? When I get home, I'll send that to Mikori-san. In my heart, I made that decision. Oh, okay. I thought we was gonna end this chapter here. Hitomi's late. I was waiting for Hitomi at home. She said she would prepare her things at home and pick out some interesting movies or anime from the rental shop before coming over. In the meantime, I sent Hitomi's cassette tape to Kororogi Mikori. In the end, I couldn't muster the courage to listen to the contents of the cassette. But after all, a victim has already appeared because I took it lightly. Even knowing that, I couldn't bring myself to listen to it, and I decided to send the cassette tape to Mikori-san as it was. I went to the post office, completed the mailing procedure, returned home, and waited for Hitomi. But it was already past 5 p.m. Even if she was looking for DVDs at the rental shop, it was taking too long. Suddenly my vision blurred, and I was hit by a strong drowsiness. Recently, anxiety and nightmares had deprived me of proper sleep. Because of that, I felt a sudden wave of sleepiness. But I was waiting for Hitomi. Uh-oh. Thinking that, I dozed off on the living room sofa. Then we're gonna see the dreamer and now dies. I guess I'm stupid too. But I can't do it anymore. I can't do it mentally. What? What you trying to do? In the dimly lit church, Hitomi was lying there with blood coming from her head. Oh. Am I stupid too? But I can't take it anymore. I can't handle this mentally. In the dimly lit church, Hitomi lay on the ground, bleeding from her head. Blood is coming out. Is she really an evil spirit? Well, it doesn't matter. And now I'd lured Hitomi to the church, attacked her from behind with a crowbar, and knocked her out. You're awake? And now? Hearing you say my name makes me sick. Hey, won't you tell me now? Matsuki and Haruka, you got rid of them, right? What happened to them? What are you talking about? Stop playing dumb, it's really annoying. If you don't talk, I'll kill you. I'm so irritated, I might as well finish you off now. I hated you since the first year. You were clumsy and incompetent, always relying on Ichika. You weren't even worthy of being Ichika's friend, always protected by her. I really hated you since the first year. Hehe. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. What are you laughing at? I knew it. I knew it now. You love Ichika the same way I do. That's why you bullied me, right? But because of that, you ended up being hated by Ichika. Ichika is really kind and serious. So even if I wasn't around, you would never be Ichika's lover, not even her friend. What do you know about Ichika? Nothing, right? I know everything about Ichika's true dreams, and her secret desires that she doesn't want anyone to know. It's funny now, you don't know anything about Ichika. Tommy laughed hysterically, while Nanao's expression twisted with intense hatred. Now raised the crowbar and struck Hitomi's leg with its tip. Ouch! It doesn't matter if you're human or a spirit anymore. I'll make you suffer as much as Motsuki and Haruka did. I'll burn you alive and erase you from this world. Uh-oh. You get us a fire inside of a church? Can you do it outside? Or some other property? I woke up abruptly. I must have dozed off for about 10 minutes. The dream, it can't be. If all nightmares I had were real, then this one, too. I immediately called Nanao. After a while, she answered, Nanao! Ichika? Where are you now? What are you doing? Nanao remained silent. I kept asking questions. Is Hitomi with you? Did you do something to Hitomi? Even though Nanao didn't answer, her silence confirmed my worst fears. Please stop, don't hurt Hitomi. Ichika. Nanao's voice was heavy and low. Sorry, Ichika, but I can't forgive her. Goodbye. With that, she hung up on me. Nanao! You bitch! I tried calling again, but Nanao didn't answer. But then again, we have a friend who's a demon, so who's the true bitch? I headed to the church as fast as I could. That doesn't look like a church, buddy. And I immediately noticed that something was wrong. Smoke was rising from the church. That's a church? That looks like the school. No way! I ran towards the church. There you go. In front of the church was Nanao, not Hitomi. But Nanao's appearance was abnormal. She held a crowbar in one hand, and the firelight illuminated her blood-soaked figure. We stared at the burning church with a look of ecstasy. Nanao! When I called out, Nanao looked at me. Ichika, I did it! I did it! I finished off Tadehara. It's all over. A happy ending. Now I can start over with you, Ichika. Ha ha ha. Nanao laughed hysterically. I was bewildered. If what she said was true, she had Hitomi. It can't be. Haha, cough, cough, ha, ha. Nanao laughed for a while, and then gradually calmed down. But her eyes were filled with ecstasy, and she looked at me with a dangerous glint in her eyes. I want a reward for my hard work, Ichika. Can I kiss you? What? Nanao moved closer with a dreamy look in her eyes. That's not allowed. Rattle, rattle. Time for the rattle attack, baby style, I don't know. Now suddenly clutched her left eye. What? It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. Oh. Now. Why? What's happening? Now's left eye. Blue liquid poured. Oh shit, oh shit. Blue liquid poured from her left eye, and a scorpion-shaped heart tattoo appeared in her bloodshot eye. And now lost consciousness and collapsed. And now. So she's the next to die, right? As if time had been rewound, the church was engulfed in silence. But the next moment, an anomaly struck Nanao's body. Her entire body was racked with intense pain. Gah! Her whole body was covered in blood and bruises. They were exactly in the same wounds she had inflicted on Hitomi. Oh crap. I realized amidst the surrounding flames, Hitomi was calmly looking down at Nanao. Oh no, not at all, not good at all. Hitomi looked at Nanao with a disdainful gaze. I love hearing voices filled with pain, but Nanao's voice doesn't satisfy me at all. Hey, do you know, Ichika's voice when she's in pain and suffering is really wonderful? Ichika's voice in agony is much more beautiful. Uh-oh. Why? Why? You already know. You said it yourself. I'm a demon. Bye-bye. Saying that, Hitomi left the church. No! No, help me, Ichika. Help me! No! Are you gonna jump scare me or not? Okay, no? No loud sound effects? When I came to, I was lying on the ground. Slowly got up and looked around. Now, where are you? Now was supposed to be in front of me. Was nowhere to be seen. before I lost consciousness, and then I was writhing in pain and a scorpion-shaped heart mark had appeared on her left eye. Just before I lost consciousness, a vision flashed in my mind. Now his body covered in wounds, and he saw me looking down at her with a mocking smile. Could it be? Now! Now! I shouted towards the burning church. Then through the flickering flames a figure appeared. Emerging calmly from the burning church was Hitomi, patching through the roaring flames and smoke with a composed expression. Seeing her like that, I was once again reminded that Hitomi was no longer of this world. Hitomi. Ichika, I'm sorry. Huh? I'm sorry that I couldn't come to your house. We were supposed to have a fun sleepover. But from tomorrow, we'll be together forever. Saying that, Hitomi hugged me. Ichika, I love you. I still couldn't grasp the situation, but I realized that all my efforts had been in vain. It's my fault. Because of me, so many classmates have. Realizing this, my emotions finally broke. Da! Ichika-chan? Because of me, so many bright lights. No more, I can't take it anymore. Ichika-chan? You're so kind, Ichika-chan. Don't worry, you did nothing wrong. So don't cry, there. It's okay. I'll pamper you a lot from now on. Main Chapter 4 clear. Side story. Main Chapter 5 unlocked. Cool. So next we go for Main Chapter 5, but we could also go for Itomi's memory. Yeah, I'll remember that, hopefully. So this is Kimi to Kanojo no LILYVAGANZA. Well, yeah, they're really taking advantage of the supernatural thing. It's really entertaining, but the writing is not that good. But yeah. For to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.